Anytime we get all, you know, man, I don't know why I'm suffering. You're going to suffer. I don't know why I'm going through this. You got to understand, you're going to go through some things. Am I right? And so it should be no strange thing to you. It should be no surprise to you that you're going to suffer. But here's the thing. What are you learning while you're suffering? What are you learning while you're going through some things that you're going through? In John chapter 16 and verse 33. John 16 and verse 33. Notice what Jesus says. He said, these things I've spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But be of what? Good cheer. I have overcome the world. Some of us secretly think that because we are Christians, that we are believers, that we should somehow be exempt from tough times. We like to take a pass on persecution and to hold the heartaches back. But our faith comes with a full meal deal. If you want the good, you got to go through some things. Am I right about it? Look at Philippians chapter 1. Philippians chapter 1 and verse 29. Philippians 1 and verse 29, it says, for unto you it is given in the behalf of Christ, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. In Acts chapter 14 and verse 22. In Acts 14 and verse 22. Confirming the soul of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God. We have to understand that we're going to go through some things. In Matthew chapter 13, in Matthew 13 in verse 21. In Matthew chapter 13, in verse 21, yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises, because of the word, by and by, he is offended. Jesus warned that some people don't grow when hard times come, because they allow adversity to uproot the growth that God has intended. Wait a minute. Let me enroll you in another class. So first of all, you got to enroll in the reason to rejoice 101. The second class that you need to enroll in is patience, perseverance 201. Patience, perseverance 201. Now, look at in verse 3. again in Romans chapter 5. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation. Also, knowing that tribulation worketh what? Patience. Now, this word worketh means to produce. Produce means to bring about or to accomplish something. Suffering brings patience. Let me say that again. Y'all went to sleep on me. Suffering. See, in class, you know, some folk go to sleep. Suffering brings patience. Perseverance literally means to bear up under something or to remain under trials in a God-honoring way. That's why we should be careful when we ask for patience. Because the only way to get patience is through suffering. Get ready when you pray for a submissive heart. Because Hebrews 5 and verse 8 says that we learn obedience through suffering. Be prepared when you pray for unselfishness. For God will give you an opportunity to sacrifice yourself by putting somebody else first. Philippians 1 and 2 and verse 4. Watch out when you pray for more love, because God may give you loss so that you'll love the unloving people in your life. We have a choice to make. When tough times come, we get bitter or we allow God to make us better. So we have to understand suffering is going to come. But misery is optional. We choose. We are miserable because we choose to be miserable. Can y'all see? All right. I need to put my glasses on and look around. Too many of us drop out. When we get into this class of patience, perseverance, 201, we might try to rejoice, but then when we have to hang in there, we give up. We don't want to stay in there for the long haul. In Luke 18, in verse number 1, it says, always pray. Never faint or not, give up. There was a man by the name of Kent Hughes. He reminds us that God's blessings are poured out in bitter cups.